On our last word on Sunday, our big question is this: how do we keep customers, or how do we win customers and keep them for life? I think it's a very important question. And it is not only customers in terms of those people who buy your milk or people who buy your clothes, but it has everything to do with even asking a politician, how do people keep on electing you for the next term? I know next year, politicians will be coming to Wanjiko, asking them to vote them again. Or it might be a pastor who needs to answer the question: how do people keep on coming back to church year in, year out? I think that's a very important question, and I think if we need answers to these questions, then we must ask. We need to learn one thing, or two things, which is number one, you need to ask platinum questions. You need to ask golden questions, and there are two golden questions. And question number one is, what do they need? You know, this is very important to ask yourself, what is it that these people need? And we need to go away, or we need to defy, we need to run away from traditional kind of a practice where we make product based on our strength, on what we are able to do. But we need to shift very quickly and make products or tailor make our services based on what the customers need. Remember something, that customers will buy two things. Customers will buy good feelings, and then they will buy solutions to their problems. I came across a quote by a book that I'm reading, written by Mark Rebuff, which says something. Let me quote this for you. Don't sell me quotes, sell me sharp appearance, style, and attractiveness. Don't sell me insurance, sell me a peace of mind and a great future for my family and me. Don't sell me a house, sell me comfort, contentment, and a good investment and a pride of ownership. Don't sell me books, sell me pleasant hours and the profits of knowledge. Don't sell me computer, sell me pressures and profits of the miracles of the modern technology. And don't sell me tires, sell me freedom from worry and cost and low cost per mile. Don't sell me things, sell me ideals, feelings, self-respect, home life, and happiness. Please don't sell me things. And I think it is very important that customers would buy good feelings and buy solutions. And so once you go out there, you need to ask yourself, what do they need? And what do they need? They need solutions to their problems. They need to feel good about their personality. They simply need to feel good about themselves. And then as you ask that the question, what do they need? Then you need to follow Japanese companies model. And what do? They do is they listen and listen to the customer. As the customers is explaining what they need, they make sure that they understand what is it that the customer need, and what do they do. Once they have a very clear picture of what the customer needs, they go back to the factory and they bring up, they are able to tailor make a product at a breakneck speed, at a very quick speed, and bring it to the customer and sell it to him. That is what they do. And that is a very good question that you need to ask. What do they need? And once you know what they need, then you need to go out there and tailor make a product or a service and bring it to them. And this is what Japanese companies do. The second question that you need to ask yourself is, how can we serve you better? It is very critical for you to be able to understand that customers' needs keep on changing. You know, there was a time that customers were going for big, huge cell phones. Then came a time when they looked for sleek small phones. At the moment now, what do they buy? They buy a smartphone with big screens, and again with good cameras. That is what they are going. Today people are looking for internet. And what kind of internet are they looking for? For one that is stable, for one that is cheap. It is unlikely today in household in Nairobi, especially the urban setup, and even for the mid um, for those um, low end families, middle earning families, not to have internet. And so, if you're a service provider, then you need to think about speed, then you need to think about stability. Because and as a businessman, as a politician, as a pastor, as a leader, you need to always constantly ask yourself, how can I serve these people better? You need to go out there, gather information, and use the information that you gather to be able to improve, to make the products better. Because if you do not do it, somebody else will improve. If you don't improve your services, if you don't improve the way you do things, then the next door neighbor is going to do it. If your tomatoes are not attractive, if your tomatoes are not good, if your tomatoes are not well displayed, then your next door neighbor, your competitor, will be able to do them well, and all your customers are going to go that direction. So that is very important, because they say if you don't improve, rest assured your competitor will. And we need to say, we don't need to reach a point where we feel we are the best. The big word here is better. The big word here is kaizen, that you look for ways in which you keep on improving. The moment when you feel that you are the best fish in the pond, then you are simply in the wrong pond. If you are the longest, if you are the best in the class, if you're always the best in the class, then it simply means that you are in the wrong class. Because this time you should be the best, next time somebody else should be the best in class. And so what are we asking? We're simply asking, how are we able to attract customers? How are we able to keep customers for life? How do we ensure, as an MP, as a registrator, as a politician, that your constituents, Wanjiko, keep on voting you back? How do you ensure in your business that customers keep on coming back for life? How do you keep customers? Because we really need to understand that the growth of our business is not defined by how expansive the business is, not defined by the buildings, but it is determined by the profit, by the profit margin. And the profit margin it grows by the number of customers that buys actually our product, not by the customers who talk well about by our products, but basically by the number of customers who comes and buys our products. And so to keep them coming to buy your product, to come and to help them to come back and buy your service, to refer other people so that they come to your shop to buy, then you need to ask yourself, we say, two questions. What do they need? If you understand what they need, please make sure that you avail it in your shop. When they come looking for it, when you manufacture solutions to their problems, they will be able to come back. And then number two, you need to ask yourself, how can we serve you better? Do not be contented with yesterday's success. Sanity is doing is doing things over and over again, expecting the same results. And it is very important for you to be able to constantly look for a way to improve your product. You need to improve the way you cook. You need to improve your looks. You need to improve your music. You need to improve your service delivery. You just need to be looking for ways in improving. But finally, I came across a book or an idea where somebody who started real estate would always would always provide like 4 hours, free, and would arm herself with a pen and a notebook, and would ask herself, in which are the areas in my business in which I can be able to improve, and she would come up maybe with around 5 ideas. And during that week, she would actually literally implement the ideas that came during the week in her business. Guess what? Her profit margin grew. Her business started growing, and she moved from local to global. Why? Because she kept on improving. It's only madmen who don't improve their ideas. It's only people or I mean, it's only retro people who don't improve their minds. So please, A is the last word on Sunday. And our last word on Sunday is in a form of question. How do we win customers and keep them for life? And we've said it. Number one, ask golden questions. And the golden question, there are two golden questions, is that what do you need? Know what they need and provide it. Number two, how can we better serve you? Look for areas of improvement. By the way, next week from tomorrow, we will be continuing with our program at Nice TV, Mushi Wagekano, and we will be talking about focus. You need to follow us. Then actually on Tuesday, we'll be starting our creativity class at 8:30. Please make sure that you follow us. Then on Wednesday, God willing, we shall be having our marketplace believers, and we shall be talking. We shall be actually summarizing one of the traits of giant killers. Then on Thursday we'll have a small break. On Friday, we'll have another break. But on Saturday, we'll be having a very important program on what we call Jeshi Tigenu, and we'll be pointing out a social irritation within our society. Please keep it locked here. And by the way, if you're interested in doing our creative class, please join us. Please give me a message right here. Remember, today's question was, how can we keep customers for life? And we've said it. Ask a golden question. Golden question number one is, what do they need? Once you understand what they need, provide it for them. And then number two, ask the question, how can I better improve? What areas do I need to improve? Until next week, such a time as this, my name is John Kimani. Remember what we always say here in Awezekana.